Hello everybody and welcome to the cutscene we're playing. I was going to open this episode by saying welcome everybody to the series that takes fucking forever to render. If you're not in my Discord, you probably haven't realized how, and even if you are, you might have missed it. And if you're not in my Discord, what the hell are you doing? I give every week, sometimes 2 times a week, I give away 2 games. For free. We have giveaways here every single week. It's great. Come join. Anyway, if you're not in my Discord, you might have missed out on... I might want to go to the Pokémon Center first. On how long these videos actually take to export. And I do think I have a way of fixing that. Which I will be trying starting not this episode, because this episode is being recorded the day before it has to go up. So I really do need to make sure this is actually finished rendering by tomorrow morning, because if I still need to render it during the day tomorrow, which is the day that's going up for you guys, it's all very confusing. I'm in a bit of trouble, because it takes about 2.5 to 3 hours to export one of these videos. And that is... for about 99% due to the fact that I now have this animated background, which just makes things a little bit more lively, and I enjoy it, and as far as I can tell, you guys rather enjoy it as well. So I do intend to... Ooh, that's a skitty. I don't know why I'm sneaking up on a skitty, because I can't catch it anyway. So I do intend to keep that around. But it's just the things I do to the source footage, which is just a loop of some ambers, just some particles going up, right? But that's just a video, and I need to put that into the background and make it blend in properly. And the things I do to do that actually end up taking a lot of processing power, apparently. And as such, this is a trainer battle, so I guess. It doesn't matter. We're 8 levels higher. We're going to annihilate the Rhyhorn. It's still a rock type. It survived. It only used tail whip, even though it doesn't have a tail. It literally just showed us it not having a tail. So I'm thinking I'm going to be able to pre-render the background as a video. And then use that video as a loop. So that all the blending calculations only have to be done once. And then I just use that background loop, and that shouldn't take too much rendering power. But just in case I don't realize a little detail in there for some reason, I'm not going to do that for this video, because that would just be bad. Again, if I have to render this during the day tomorrow, I can't really do any work while I'm rendering, and obviously it would get in the way of me actually rendering the videos that I need to render for work and that kind of stuff. So I can't take that risk right now to have that render going for it probably wouldn't have to be 3 hours, because I wouldn't would it? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it in a way where I would just export 30 minutes. So I can definitely just do that today, is what I'm hearing myself say. Because if I just render 1 minute and then loop that 1 minute over and over and over again, that should just straight up work. And only take half an hour to render. And then this video itself can be rendered in another probably half an hour. And before the end of the evening, because I'm recording this at 7 PM. So before the end of the night, I'll have this video rendered. And if that doesn't end up working, I can still just put it on overnight. I was planning to put this video on for rendering overnight anyway. Because they take so goddamn long to export, it's kind of unreal. But that's the thing, right? You need to make sure that your process of making these kind of things is efficient. Why have my computer calculate those exact same background elements time after time after time, every single episode, while Yes! We're gonna get you. You're gonna be part of our team. You're probably not gonna be put on the team this episode. You also died, so I really hope that you weren't a rare encounter. At least we don't do Nuzlocke rules, right? So we can capture as many Pokemon in here as we want and or need. And I can always potentially just look for them with the Pokénav. That's how that works, right? Or do you need... I think you need a caught a Pokemon in order to be able to do that. So maybe we can't do that. I don't know what exactly we're going to be doing today. I'm assuming we're going to make our way to Dewford and end it there. Though I probably should switch out. Though I don't even know that for sure. I would very much like to evolve Towel within a building, because if you do it in a building, he'll end up being a... Wait a second, why doesn't Burmy... We're in a cave, that should change him into ground type, right? Or Sand Cloak Burmy. That's how Burmy works, and then when it evolves, it gets stuck as one of them. So are we just going to be stuck with this version of Burmy? Which I assume would turn into a grass type, which actually wouldn't be the worst thing ever, because believe it or not, even though grass and bug seem like kind of similar in typing, right? There's not that many grass bug Pokemon. There's just not that many bug Pokemon, so mostly a bug with any combination. There's only like 1 or 2 evolutionary lines for every single one of them. Except bug poison. Bug poison is way overused. But even as we saw, right? I mean, we have a Surge Kit here, which is bug and water. But once it evolves, which it will soon, it loses that water typing, and there's no other water typings for bug until Gen 7, at which point we get 2, I think. But we're playing Gen 6 and not Gen 7, so that doesn't really help me, does it? That being said, Joltik is potentially very interesting, because obviously, that's a different part. Obviously, that's going to be an electric type, which is very, very good for us. So, let's not travel with you. I don't know if we get that option. We do not get that option right now. I thought maybe Rising Ruby just cleared up the path here and let me go to Moorville right away. It doesn't. There is a hack. I don't know which generation it is. I don't know. A Shedinja could be interesting. I don't really care about the Ninja Husk, but the Shedinja could be very interesting indeed. I'll just throw a ball at it and see. Pretty much if it's a bug type, I'm going to catch it, and then later on we'll decide whether or not we use it. We might be switching out depending on the gyms we're facing. It's not like we got 6 Pokemon at set in stone, right? We can switch in and out a bit. Oh, now you're a ground type! Is it after you finish a fight in a certain area he changes? We probably... actually, maybe ground isn't a bad idea. They're all pretty good. Gonna be honest, they're all pretty good, and I think ground might actually be a good idea, because I don't think there's any other ground bug typings. Let's just have my win and look up the typings right here, right now. So that is Pokemon bug type. I did this literally last episode. And in the meantime, I don't know, we can go into fucking stove or something. Bug type. Let's see, Bulbapedia. It's the exact same article I used last time. We have a lot of pure bug type Pokemon. I don't really care about those because I actively want to avoid those for what I think are obvious reasons. And then we have, let's see, we have a bug rock type in Choco, but still, that's not ground. Leech Life isn't going to do that much damage. Then we have Oninkara is actually a ground type as well, but it evolves into a flying and ghost type. And we obviously holy crap, that did a lot of damage for being Leech Life. This is not Gen 7 boosted Leech Life, by the way. This is still 20 base power Leech Life. So now we should probably be able to catch the Nincada. So Nincada will be a ground type. Yeah, so Wormadam can be grass, ground, or steel. I didn't actually throw the ball. So what I'm thinking is we probably want to have a Sandy Cloak Wormadam. And then for the bog grass we can actually get a Lavani. Eventually. I don't know where we'll get it, but we'll get it. We could get a Durant. We probably can't get a Scavalier, which is a bit too bad. Genesect's definitely off the table as well. I don't actually. It might not be. Might not be. Endgame, we might be able to get the Genesect. I don't know. I never know. Are Drayano hacks are they every Pokemon is catchable? Because I think that's the case, but I don't know how he deals with the legendaries necessarily. But I'm thinking it's probably possible to get them somewhere, somehow, even if it's just through an in-game trade or something. That being said, we have an Nincada, which is going to evolve into a Ninjask, which we're going to fucking ignore, and a Shedinja. So let's think about a Shedinja and how it applies to being inside your kitchen. And I'm gonna call it Salt. Now we want to do specifically non-food related things, right? Because that's the whole thing. I usually go with food related names a lot, and I wanted to do kitchen related things that aren't food. So we have a ghost bug or a ground bug. I could call you meat. I'm gonna call you meat grinder. That works. I don't think a lot of people have a meat grinder in their kitchen, but it is a kitchen appliance, so grinder. That just about fits. Meat grinder Nincada. Welcome to not the team, so I don't actually have to update the overlay, which saves me a lot of work in editing. So let's try to get that Joltik as well, because I'd very much like a Joltik. Because electric typing, as I mentioned before, that's way more. Hello, Teddy Ursa. You seem unprepared. Again, it's a joke you'll get if you're in the Discord, because we have actually not just a Discord. But we have an emote in Discord, which is unprepared, which is just I think the platinum sprite for Teddy Ursa, and where that came from is a long story, but it's also actually an emote you can get to use in live stream chats, which haven't been happening lately due to a variety of circumstances. We'll probably be back in January, so it'll be a while. But also in the comment section, you can use those emotes. We have 2 emotes, I think. We have Cray Cray, which, hello Drillbur. We have Cray Cray, which is from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5 Days. It's just a dude seeming really fucking insane. That's one that actually gets used in the Discord mostly. And we also have Unprepared, which is the Teddy Ursa thing, which those will be available if you... I really couldn't care less about Paris. Because it's not a grass type, is it? It's poison type, right? Is it? I think it is. Let me check. Let me check. It's a grass type, actually. Yeah, so we're going to get this Paris, never mind. I thought those were poison types. I could have sworn they were poison types. Apparently not. Apparently the Paris line is grass typing, which is good for me, because I'll have a better balanced team, really. Okay, so what we're going to be end up doing today is we're just going to end up catching a lot of Pokemon. And that's going to be our goal for today. The next episode we're going to get through... Actually, we don't have to go through the cave itself in Dewford, because this is Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Unless Drayano recreated the entire cave. Which I very much doubt. We could just walk up to Steven and that'll be it. So we're going to call you You're female, you're a Paris. From like the word parasite. You are a parasite. You're also like a little ant bug dude. I'm gonna call you... You know what? I'm gonna call you Knife. I don't know why, but I just want to get a move on, because I still need a Joltek. And I would very much like to also get a Combi today. It's a bit more of a difficult ask, and can I search for it you haven't caught? There are still Pokemon you haven't caught in this area. Oh, can you only like do the hunting for a specific Pokemon once you've caught everything in the area? Because, okay, so Joltek actually, turns out, is a rare encounter in here. Which is really annoying because it was the first thing we ran into. And then I killed it. Literally. I murdered that Joltek. But I need it. I need it. It's not optional. I need the Joltek. I think it might be literally the only electric type I can get in the entire game. So I need the Joltek. There might be a place where you can get Galvantula later on. I don't know. I'm assuming not. But if there is, I'd still very much like to just get the Joltik. Because that'll be an easy way to deal with water types, it'll be an easy way to deal with flying types, which are very scary obviously for bug types. I think. It'll be a good way to deal with, actually that's about it. So maybe I don't need that because... Well, I don't have an ice. I don't really have anything to deal with flying types at all. Even if it's a flying dragon, which we're definitely going to be facing a flying dragon, because I know Skylar. I don't know, but I'm assuming Skylar has her Altaria, and probably a Mega Altaria, which means it's not a dragon type, but a fairy type. I'm saved! There we go, Joltik. Let's not kill the Joltik this time. If you die from an Electro Web... You didn't, okay. I was real scared there for a moment. That was a critical hit, that could have been so bad! Oh, that could have been real... I wasn't planning to escape, you're coming with me. If anybody's gonna want to escape, it's gonna be you, because again, you're coming with me. You are mine. You're not going anywhere. You're staying in that ball, you're getting digitized, put in my PC until further notice. And now I have to come up with more names. I'm really bad at coming up with names, is the thing. For the next gym, I don't think we're going to need to change the team too much, by the way, because it'll be a fighting gym, and we have flying type moves, we have psychic type moves, we're going to name you... You're kind of spiky. I'm gonna name you Fork. Now we have spoon, knife, and fork. Should we make a rule where we only can have one of those on the team at any given point? That'd be a fun rule, wouldn't it? Let's not do that. Definitely don't do that. That's really stupid. But also kind of fun, but really stupid. Okay, we are about 20 minutes in. We have time enough to go get ourselves that Combi, potentially. And with that, there's a lot more bog types we could get, but not every bog type I care about. I mean, I caught the Paras because I care about the grass type. I caught 3 things today, which is the first we got. Oh yeah, we got the Nincada because I care about the potential ghost typing. I also still need to manually go over here. Doesn't it usually happen automatically in the original games? Maybe? This part happens automatically. So we can just kind of mash through this, because this is just boring, honestly. This is the first time I'm playing on Mega Ruby. Wow, hold on a moment. I think this might be the first time I'm playing on Mega Ruby since the initial release of the game. Hold on, did I ever Let's Play this game? Like... I don't think I ever Let's Played the game. Did I? I know for a fact... I did Let's Play the game, actually. Yeah, no, I definitely did. Omega Ruby, did I? I happen to have a page open here. Yeah, so I did Let's Play the game. I know I did a review of it, but those were uploaded in January 2015. I think since January 2015, I haven't played this game. In 5 years. 5.5 years, actually. A bit more. I haven't touched this game. And I like it. I like it a lot. I seem to remember there being a lot of frame rate related issues, especially like around the end of the game. Though, looking back at it, they were definitely there. But it might have also had something to do with the fact that I was playing it on a 3DS with a capture card installed, which obviously does generate a slight amount of extra heat because there's extra processing going on. There's actual like extra hardware in there, which could in turn have impacted the performance of the console. And now I'm playing on an emulator because obviously this is a ROM hack. So I have no idea if the emulator is going to make the frame rate thing better or worse. But I do think that it's not as bad as it was on my actual 3DS, because I seem to remember it's not only the end of the game, it was literally the introduction cutscene, like where you're sweeping across all of the trees with all of the Pokemon and that kind of stuff. When you're in the van, I think the van even like shows up in the cutscene. That one I also recall having frame rate issues. Maybe that was... I don't recall the details. It might have just been my 3DS capture viewer software, honestly, and not the game itself. I don't know. I really do not know. Which bothers me, because I complain about that a lot. About this game having poor frame rates. Which, admittedly, I think it does. Right? But I'm starting to second guess myself now. Please be a Combi. That would be amazing if this were a Combi right away. Is it? It is. It's a male Combi though, so it's useless. Bye. I don't need a male Combi. I need a female Combi. So we're gonna keep doing this until we get a female Combi, which is only a 1 in 8 chance. And getting a Combi is a rare encounter here as is, so... But it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it, because Vespiquen is actually not a bad Pokemon. And again, arguably, I think Vespiquen is a better bug on flying side than Butterfree is. Especially since we don't need to like the pseudo-psychic typing. It doesn't actually have psychic typing, but it gets like Psybeam and Confusion. And surely, especially in this hack, it learns Psychic as well. Even if just through TM. Oh, fuck! Even if just through TM, right? It'll learn it. So, if you don't count those moves as well, which, admittedly, there is a reason to count those, and that is there isn't a bug Psychic type, I don't think. Actually, we can check that, because I still got the page open. Hey, Ladybug, I don't really give a shit about you. I'm trying to catch something else with exactly your typing, something that is much, much better. If you can't get a Combi, I might just settle for a Latium. But yeah, let's see. There is a... Okay, so Gen 8 added Bug Psychic Pokemon with Dottler and Orbeetle. But again, we're in Gen 6, so that does not matter. Is there a Psychic? Nope. Psychic Bug also does not exist. So there is a real reason to keep Butterfree or Spoon around. I'm going to go for Spoon because Butterfree still doesn't have a name. Butterfree's never going to have a name. It's just not going to happen. Butterfree is going to just remain Butterfree for eternity. That does not sound like a Combi. I don't know if the cry of the Pokemon itself actually... It probably uses the actual cry of the Pokemon, right? Which would not be a Combi in this case. Yeah, it's a Snubbull. So it actually does use the cry of the Pokemon that you can find in the moving grass, which is something I've never actually realized. I'm going to up the volume a bit. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I'm not going to up the volume. Because it fucks with the sound quality. Hello, Flabébé, you're a blue boy! Girl, I'm sorry, you're a blue girl. I don't really care about you though, because you're not a bog type. You're a very nice fairy type. But for some reason, I got fucked while randomizing the typing, and I got bug type. I didn't get fairy type. Which, oh my god, could you imagine? I think the only fairy type I've seen so far is Flabébé, meaning I would have to use a Flabébé, and just a Flabébé in the first gym. To be fair, I probably would have just leveled it up crazy, and, well, probably not quite gone to Florgus? I don't know how you pronounce that, but the middle stage, at least. But that would have been rough. In a way, I'm fairly lucky that we got bug type, because bug types seem to be very, very prevalent early on in these first couple of areas. Whereas fire types, I've only really seen, like, that would have been bad as well, by the way, for obvious reasons against rock typing. But water type, I probably would have only had Surskip and Mudkip. I would have had Mudkip and Surskip. But that's probably the only two water types I can get at the moment. So maybe we actually got lucky with the bug typing. I'm starting to get real tired of not running into Combi, and when I run into Combi, can I just like... You can trigger it just by running there. I think Combi is literally impossible to encounter outside of these special encounters, and that did sound like a Snubbull again. So it's probably going to be a let's run away. Yeah, it's a Snubbull again. Fantastic! I might have to do this off screen, because I'm wasting a lot of time. Not that we're going to do anything else today anyway. Okay, so this is literally the best way to hunt for these. Yeah, Combi doesn't show... actually, it does show up on the bottom screen, so you can probably find it naturally, but it's just a real low chance. I'm expecting fucking Snubbull again. Oh, Snubbull is also a fairy type, so if we had gone fairy type, we could have gone for Snubbull too. But wait a second, okay, that is a Combi. That raises the question, right? Because if I had gotten water typing, I could have gotten a Surskip, but once Surskip evolves, it loses the water typing. So, it's a male one again, damn it! So could I have used Surskip and then just not be allowed to have it evolve, or could I use Masquerain because it used to be a water type? How does that work for Azurill? Can I use Azurill in a... I don't think that was a Combi. Actually, we can just straight up check. It says Surge level 2, so it's probably not a Combi. But I do wonder what it is, if it isn't a Combi. It's a Togepi! Fuck you! Actually, let's keep this crane up. Because it might be useful. So yeah, Azurill is a normal fairy. But it used to be just a normal type, and then gain the water typing afterwards. So could you use an Azurill, knowing that it's eventually... Okay, so you can actually run into normal Combi through normal encounters here as well. Knowing that it eventually will become a water type. How do Monotype runs factor in to the Combi? It's a Scatterbug. I don't give a crap. Again, I already have two Butterfrees. One of which is a Dustox, but let's be honest, it's a Butterfree. I don't need another Butterfree clone. I didn't actually consider that. Because there's quite a few Pokemon that like gain or lose typings as they level up, or as they evolve. How do those factor into a Monotype run? I don't think that's going to be an issue with bug typing, which again, makes us real lucky. I don't think this will be a Combi either, but I didn't hear the cry properly. It does say search level, it's a Ladibar, fuck off. Nothing like loses or gains bug typing upon evolution. If you're a bug type, you're always going to be a bug type. But with a lot of other typings, that isn't necessarily the case. Like even ghost typing, right? That was a Combi. That certainly was a Combi. Or is it a... It might be a... Yeah, that's a Togepi, I think. Togepi, fuck off. It was level 20 though, and it had Pack. So yeah, I'm gonna give it 3 more encounters. And if I don't run into a female Combi, I'm just gonna get one off screen. And start the next episode with having that Combi. Because we don't need to do any grinding for the next episode anyway. So we can just go into the next gym without any grinding, I think. I'm this close to just catching a Ladibar and calling it a day as well. It does have the same typing. And to be fair, I've never used a Ledian before. So that... I think this is a Togepi as well, but let's just give it a... It's the 3rd encounter. And it is a Combi. Female one, but it's a Combi. I'm starting to think it might be a better option for me just to catch this thing, which I'm actually going to do, because, hear me out here. If I catch this Combi, and somehow get a Ditto from somewhere, I can just make Combi eggs, which is probably a much better way of ensuring that I get a female Combi at some point. And we can do that as soon as we get to the 3rd gym, which is not too far from now. We just need a Ditto. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I don't think we'll be able to get a Ditto anytime soon, will we? I'm not going to use a male Combi. There's a few Pokemon in the universe that are absolutely pathetically useless. Dunsparce is one of them. Sunkern and Sunflora, by extension. Those are some as well. Male Combis might be on the top of that list. Because Combi, kind of pathetic. Vespiquen, real good. Well, pretty good. At least Sunkern can evolve into Sunflora, which is a less bad Pokemon. But male Combis can't even evolve. If you're a Burmy, if you're a male Burmy, at least you evolve into a Muffin instead of a Wormadam, which is fine. A male Combi just stays a Combi, and they're also apparently really difficult to catch. I do have a Great Ball though. I think I might have more than one Great Ball. But do you see the pathetic amount of damage? Difficulty talking. Just stay. You know what? You know what? Bye. I do not care. If you don't want to stay, you don't want to give me a female Combi, that's it. You're dead. The game doesn't want to give me a Combi. We're going to continue on without a Combi. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to get that Ledian. I'm just going to say fuck it. We're going to end the episode here. Next time, we're taking on the 2nd gym. Probably. I don't know. I'm going to try. See you then. Bye.